are here with probably one of the best center fielders in baseball, to me, Mike Cameron. Mike, how you been, man? You look in shape, man. You look like you could probably start for a few teams in the major league.
It's a little harder now, but yeah, I do, for health reasons, try to stay in good shape. I don't know about big league baseball shape, but you know, like it's a little more difficult. But other than that, man, like I'm enjoying. I'm here to get a chance to see my kid. I know he's gonna play today and tomorrow, unless somebody got hurt. So I get a chance to enjoy that. And plus, I play here, so it's kind of come full circle.
Dash, talk about Dash. Now, how did you know that there was something in there special?
Well,
because you know what it is. Every father thinks that their son is special. But
probably
obviously yours is a little.
Probably, you know, he's always been good, but when he got to be, I'll say, when he got to be about 14, and he started playing with the older kids, the 16-year-old kids, and then he got a chance to go down to Florida and play against some of the guys that were getting drafted that year. He fared pretty well against them, so that made me understand that he could have an opportunity to play.
Did he come up to you? Did he come to you and say, look, man, I want to take this a little bit more serious? Or it was just give and take?
No, because you got to remember, I played all the way until his freshman year of high school. So I would always just bring him with me. You know, especially my last few years in San Diego, Milwaukee, and Boston. I would bring him with me and let him to understand like what's transpiring in the game, and teach him the game as much as I could, because I felt like he'd get more at my practice than going to his practice.
That's right.
And then being in a clubhouse, you start to learn, and you got other guys that have kids in the clubhouse, so it makes it a lot easier for those guys to get along and understand the game. So I always said, like, big league kids, the most comfortable place they're gonna be is
the clubhouse.
Is in the big league clubhouse. Now, on the field is a different thing, but in the clubhouse, they're going to know how to act. They're going to know how to do all different things, and I'm grateful that I get a chance to come to a big league park and see him, you know, having his own life.
Mike, you know, a lot of the kids when they're growing up, they don't really understand what a father is. Like when you talk to your kids, right? They think they know more than you. Did that happen to you, or he just, you know, they come to you and say, look, Dad, well, what do you do on certain pitches on a curve, or what will come out, or you let somebody else handle that?
I think now he understands it a lot better. I think he's always understood that. There was like one point where we kind of butted heads, but that was before he got into pro ball. Once he got into professional baseball, I never forced anything on him, but now I give him more information because I feel like he can receive the information a little bit better. So we can have a conversation a little bit better about hitting. I always just tell him that, you know, like, I need for you to learn about yourself. So when you call me, I don't need to look at it. You can tell me about yourself, and then we can talk about it. So there's always some facet of being able to communicate with baseball, and that's our special connection always.
You know, being in the minor leagues is one of the, I think it's the growing up era of a ball player. And there's times you call your parents up and you tell them, I say, look, man, I don't think I've been made for this.
Yeah.
You know, and you got to encourage them and say, hey, listen, this is what you chose, man. This is the road you picked. Are those conversations, you know, frequent?
We had that a couple of times. We had him when he was in A-ball, when it was kicking his butt. And I think we had it maybe in the off season when he was kind of like out of Detroit. It was in Baltimore. He didn't know what his road was going to look like. I didn't know where he was going to go with it. I think sometimes it gets on his nerves, just the struggles, but that's just a part of it, man. Like, that's just growth in life when you're doing this type of thing. And but I'm always telling him that you gotta be like on every day. Don't take it for granted, because it goes away very
And
quickly.
it's quick. It's real
It
quick.
goes away very quickly. You don't know. So make sure you take advantage and be
enjoy.
grateful and enjoy and be grateful for the opportunity, man, because this is a privilege to be at the highest level and have all these things that's laid out for you.
You know, I used to tell my son, I said, you know what, man, I wish when I was playing, I had somebody to tell me what I'm telling you.
Yeah,
And it's just like you said, you know, when they grow, now when they're in pro ball, and that's when they realize, you know what, my pops is right. So as a father, you probably, there's some satisfaction in knowing that, hey, you did what you had to do, and now that they could see it better. It's like, you know, like I used to tell my son, look, when things are going good, that ball is in slow motion.
yeah,
But then when they could probably just flip the ball, underhand flip to you, you're not gonna hit it.
Yeah.
That's just the game.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I always just remind him, man, just keep going, enjoy the game, take on the challenge, and you got to embrace and persevere the good and the bad. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so challenging, it's so fun, and so when you execute
And
something,
satisfying.
yeah, and to baseball is about building, building everything consistently all the time, and so you're constantly, things are changing all the time. You're trying to balance them out, and so that's the joy about baseball that people don't get a chance to understand about it. Like, it's so hard, so you got to take small victories wherever you can.
And the mental aspect, the mental
that's the most
strength of
important.
it. That's why I think that's one of the toughest things with the kids
yeah.
nowadays, because of all that Instagram, social media, and all that stuff. That
Yeah.
sometimes that decoys them from the real thing, the real focus.
Oh yeah, yeah. The kids today got to be very disciplined. They, like where I used to only hear it at the ballpark, they got to hear it on social media now. And
Every day.
everything, everybody's got an opinion, and that could be hard on you, especially if you don't understand what's transpired on a daily basis. So, I think I always try to remind my kid that, hey man, you got a job to do, number one, and number two, you got a kid to take care of. So wherever your why is now, like, let those be in your top two as your why you're doing this now. But don't ever forget about the joy, because I can pull pictures out where you were joyful at 11 and 12 on these same fields I was on. So don't let them take the joy away from you.
Now, watching your son play, there's got to be a tremendous satisfaction where you say, man, you know what, this was me, this is what I was. You could probably think what he's thinking just by watching him.
Yeah, sometimes we think different a little bit. Yeah, I can see some similarities, and I had a different thought process than he does, like hitting. So I try to, we're different.
There's a meet in the middle.
Yeah, we're so different. We're so different, and
so different but the same.
yeah, we're so different but the same. And I guess that means that, like, I had a different mentality that he has, and maybe because I wasn't a first round draft pick, and a Gatorade play All-American, and all of those things. So I don't know, like.
Mike, before I let you go, who took you under your wing when you were coming up? Who taught you, hey, look, this is the way to get the game has to be played, and how to respect the game?
Well, I had, for my first years, I had Darren Lewis, Robin Ventura, a little bit of Frank Thomas, but the guys who really helped me were Harold Baines, those guys. And then every year there was somewhere, when I went to Cincinnati, I had Barry Larkin and Greg Vaughn. When I went to Seattle, I had like Mark McLemore and some older guys. So I'm grateful that I had a great batch of people
And
to
it
help
looked
me.
out for you.
Yeah, especially Darren Lewis. He told me, I know you're going to, like, your job, this is going to be your job in a couple of years, so, but let me show you how the way to do it.
Lou Pinella missed the Hall of Fame by one vote.
I can't believe it.
Your opinion, Hall of Famer?
Most definitely. I don't know why not, When you look at his numbers and you look at the things he's done, I mean,
And the players he's managed.
the players he's managed, the person he was. I mean, just being here in New York alone, you know, is one thing. But then being able to go out to Seattle to become the first guy to really change the landscape in Seattle, to turn it into have some winning seasons out there. I mean, goodness gracious, man, the guy. It shouldn't be a question. He's one of the greatest.
That's my point. It's either you're a Hall of Famer or you're not.
Yeah.
To me, he is.
Yeah,
To me,
he's one of the greatest respected field generals in the game, in the history of the game.
Brother, thanks a lot for your time and courtesy.
Definitely.
I enjoy watching you play.
Thank you.
I enjoy watching you.
Thank you so much. Hope you have a good game.